Alright, so hopefully I can explain this sort of quickly. Try to go over it, why it works, that kind of thing. So we need to clip into this brush right here, into the side of it, which allows us to throw a grenade and catch it while still taking the velocity, and then shoot us up and past this door, up above it. Now the reason that works is because if we're inside a brush, we can take velocity, because we're not in the void. Inside the void, when you're inside nothing, you can grab a grenade. What being on the edge of the brush allows us to do is grab a grenade while still taking velocity. That's the whole idea. So we need to save load down close enough to this door, close enough to the brush in order to be clipped into this brush very slightly. In order to do that, we need to be pretty much lined up with this white dot. Anyways, though, we'll get to that in a minute. Once we are clipped down, we need to be clipped down to a certain elevation below the floor. If we are too high, our head will be stuck inside this brush very slightly, which the game will still think that we're inside a brush, which means that it'll act all weird and we won't be able to take damage. Or something like that. It's kind of strange. So you need to be a certain elevation below it. You also don't want to be too low, because the way that my strat works is that once you want to be high enough to where you have less vertical travel to take. If you're too low, that means you're gonna be traveling to the right and up at the same time, diagonally. So if you're too low, that means you're gonna travel. You're gonna have longer to travel upwards, which means that you'll probably end up hitting this staircase over here when you're save loading, which it's made out of brushes, as you can see. So it'll send you straight down. When you hit another brush, it sends you straight down because you can't travel between two brushes. You can only travel within one brush, except for when it's below you. That way you can, if it's below, you can just save load straight down. So I'm gonna switch over to Half-Life 2. I'll show you in game. So what you want to do is come over here, grab this table. Not table. This is a bed. I swear, I know what things are. And oops, you will see if I can flip it over. There we go. You'll notice that this side has a little dent in it, and it's all messed up. That is the side you want to use. You want to flip it over in this direction, just like that. This is the orientation. You want to stand in front of this lock, grab it, line up the back side of it with the corner of the wall, just like it shows, just like this. One off the ground a little bit. You don't want it like this. Notice it's like that. You just want it to be lined up with the corner. And then you want to crouch, walk forward into the wall, and look down and strafe left all at the same time. Fun. So, do it just like this. Oops, screwed up. Line up. Just like this. Okay. So now you notice the bed is smoking with the ground. That needs to happen in order for it to clip into you. Just like a normal clip would, it needs to be smoking. In this case, the bed is clipping more with the ground, or it's pushing into the ground more than it is with the wall. That's going to give you the force it needs to clip inside of you to lose its collision and clip with you. So once you have that, this, by the way, is the most inconsistent part of the whole strat. Once you have that, just like this, you need to be as close to this white dot as you can, but you don't want to be too close. Oops. It also likes to kill you a lot, so beware. So you want to be as close to this white dot as possible, but not too close, because right now I'm touching the door, and when you touch things when you're trying to clip downwards or anything, it kind of throws you off. So you want to be not touching the door, but sort of on the dot or a little bit to the right of it. You don't want to go too far to the right. If you look at the top right corner, the first line, it says position. The second number in that line says negative 98.03. You want to be low negative 98 to 99, or high negative 98. That is your window. If you go to like negative 97 or something, you're gonna clip down, but you won't be stuck in that brush that we saw earlier in Hammer. You'll be outside in the void, which means that you won't take velocity. Also, you won't, even if you did take velocity, you wouldn't be able to travel through the brush because you're not clipped into it. You're just in the void somewhere. So that is the window right there. Very precise. Even though The table, clipping with the table is even worse than that. So clip down. You're going to want to be -8. Cannot be. See, it says -7.9 on the very third number in the position line up in the top right. That is not good enough. You need to be -8. If you are -7.99 still, it won't. Your head is going to be stuck inside that floor, and it's going to act all weird, and you won't be able to do anything. At least as far as I've noticed. So you need to be at -8 something. Either way, you can also be lower, but like I said, you know, you'll just have more height to travel, which means that it probably won't work as well. So -8 is the highest you can get that it'll still work pretty much, because your head won't be stuck in the floor, and then you'll still be able to do that. Now the way that save loading through brushes works is you can't transfer between brushes, but you can go around them as long as you're inside another brush. So this door counts as a brush. It acts kind of the same way. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna clip down, and you're gonna see if I can actually line up so I can show you better. You're gonna clip down, be on the edge of the brush, just like this, just like that. Negative. Oh, there we go. -8.8, perfect. 8.08. You're going to want to toss a grenade, catch it, and you're going to want to look in this direction of the stairway, not this way. Look down in this direction. This will give you force in going this ways, which we want, because now we're going to throw a grenade in this direction and look down. Straight down. So now, this is giving me, let's see if I can do it. This is giving me horizontal velocity, as well as very slight horizontal velocity, which is good, because we definitely don't want to go underneath the stairs. This is giving me very slight horizontal velocity, as you can tell, 282. But it's giving me mostly vertical velocity, which we need to go up above the stairs. Now normally, if this door above us wasn't here, we would just go straight up. But because it acts as a brush, I guess, you can't, because you can't clip into other brushes, you just go around them. It pushes us past it, and then directly up. So of course, this is the easy part. Clipping with the table, that is definitely the hard part. So there you go, just like that. Now if you find you're getting too close to the staircase right here, if you hit that, you're gonna go straight down because it's a brush. It's just gonna pull you straight down no matter what. You want to, if you're getting too close to that and you're like in the ground, like right here, you might want to throw a grenade in that direction and sort of underneath you. Oops, just like that. And then that'll give you more velocity and in this direction, so you'll keep your velocity going up, but you just want to kind of push yourself away from the stairway so you don't hit it and then go straight down. And that's pretty much it. It's not the simplest of clips, but not terrible. Just the table. We really need to find a better way of clipping very close to the door, because that's the whole thing right there, is clipping down right here. That's it. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any problems. Yep, I'll be around.